Okay, so here we are at B&Q in Northern Ireland. This is Lisburn, Northern Ireland, to see if we've got any bits and bobs for my parts washer modifications. I know in the US you guys don't have this, you have the equivalent, which is probably Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that, but probably more Home Depot. But let's call in here and see what they've got for me. Yeah, I think this here's the department I want to go to for a piece of timber to fit my casters to. That's what I want there. So I'm going to modify my wee shelf. I don't like that wee lip on it here, and here's another department that will have the ideal thing for me. I'm just looking at a wee piece of aluminium angle. Let's see, when I cut that lip off the front of it, which I'm going to do, not there, would be perfect there. Take that. How much is that? £5.70. Right, I'll grab that and then I'll just go and get wee bolts for it. Okay, so let's walk down here and see if we can get some screws. Like little M4 countersunk bolts. They've got... No, these are just individual ones. They're not what I want. Let's head on down here. Finger down here at the end. Ah, yes. It'll be along here. I want like M4 ones. There's the M4 ones there. They're all too long, 20 mil long. I want ones about 12 mil. There they are. Let's see. Countersunk with a wee nut on them. £4.63. I'll grab that. How many do you get? 20. Perfect. Right, I'm here at another shop, Halford's car accessory shop, to grab tin of red spray after I cut the front edge off that shelf. No idea if this will be the right shade or anything, like, you know, but I mean, it's red, isn't it? Red gloss, you know. Let's see. Doesn't. What do you go for the what it says on the lid? I think that's close. I'll grab that. Okay, so I went back home and grabbed the shelf. I'm back down to the shop because when I was confronted with about 10 different shades of red, I wasn't sure which it is. So let's have a look and see. Right, let's go down and have a wee look at these here. See if the one that I picked was anywhere near it. Right. I think I picked one of these ones. Maybe this one, was it? Not far away, actually, from memory. Their new system is that you go by the colour of the lid. I know that's not always possible, but that's not bad. Right, let's see, that was 330. Let's see this one here, 300. That's not bad either. 290. Like, I don't know why I'm being so fussy, because it's a part washer. And anyway, this here's powder coat, and obviously this here's paint. But you know, you can there's 3 different shades of red already. So which one is closest to that? Don't know, maybe that one. 290. There's another one here. Put that one back. Put that one back. 280. Maybe that one. Right, I'm not sure. But back in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one here. 280. 280. I mean, as I say, they go a shade deeper each time. So it's hard to know. It's hard to know. But it'll be close enough. It'll be close enough. I think that one. Go with that. Okay, so I'm just back from that little shopping spree, and I'm home with some stuff. The very first thing that I want to do is to this parts washer is I want to put a set of roller casters on it. Now these ones here I wasn't able to buy in the in B&Q or any of the local shops. They had, the wheels were too big, and they were just not what I wanted, and I had actually previously sent off for these. These are German, yeah, German, and they're double wheels. You know, they're twin wheels, and also they're quite low profile, because I don't want it, I mean, I just don't want it lifted up too high. And you know, these are absolutely perfect, and with the double wheels it spreads the load, and every one of them is lockable as well. Okay, and the little screws and stuff for fitting them. The other thing is that I know that a lot of people's videos there have the machine itself, the parts washer, mounted on a dolly. Yes, they just have it, you know, they just buy a dolly with 4 casters on there, and then they just fix it to that. But although a lot of people have done that, I don't want to go down that road at all. For the simple reason, again, this is personal preference. I don't like, because a dolly is a rectangle with a caster in every corner, and a part of it here would run right through. I don't want that. I don't want that infringing in my feet whenever I would be standing there, because you'd be either having to tuck your feet in underneath it or rest your foot on top of it. I don't want that. I just want to put a piece of wood from there to there on either end, and put the casters on, and have the center part free from anything that runs across there. And that also gives you the ability to be able to store stuff in underneath it. So I bought this piece of timber like I was showing up in the shop. It's 92 millimeters, 92 millimeters wide, 25 millimeters thick. It's pine, and it's absolutely perfect. And this cut directly in half will be absolutely perfect for the 2 ends, like I was saying. So let's do that. Okay, so this piece is exactly 900 millimeters long, so I'll cut it exactly in the center. 450. 450. And if I just split that line, that should give me 2 equal pieces to do either end of that there. Remember, like I was saying in the first video, the way the legs kind of splay out, so it should be absolutely perfect for that. I'll just split this line here. Perfect. Perfect. So that's what I want. And then a caster there, and another two, or 2 casters there and 2 casters there. So it's just a matter of boring a couple of little holes there on these ledges. Let's bore a wee pilot hole. Because you're close to the end, you don't want it to split. Okay, just a wee tiny bit of grease on that there. It'll help it to go in easier. Okay. Yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. And as I say, that leaves that area clear. Okay, so modification number 2 on my list is to replace this this bung here for the drain of the bath. I want to replace that with a valve that will enable me to drain it much more easily. And for anybody who's curious, or even you guys in the US who want to know, that is let me see, that's an M14 by it's a 1.5 thread pitch. We'll go to that. Let's see. There we go. There you go. Can you see that okay? M14 by 1.5 thread pitch. So I was able to track down one in pretty sure it was China. Here it is. There it is. So that just simply screws in there, and as you can see, it's got a barbed end on it there. If you needed to put like a wee tube on there or anything, or else just drain it directly down into a container. But let's see, I'm going to replace that O-ring with this O-ring and see. Just I want a good seal on that. Right. And if I can, yeah, just keep that about there. Just keep that about there, and then that gives me access to the, because that's the front of it there. That's the front of it that direction. And then that'll allow me to, you know, switch that on and off. All right. So that's number 2. Right, number 3. I'm sure you've guessed. I want to modify this lid here. Look at the angle of that. I mean, well, I mentioned it in the other video. I want to have that going further back than that. And now I have seen people on other videos taking this thing here off altogether and just sort of letting it go right back and just, you know, operating it manually. But you have to sort of have this sort of hooked back to the wall just in case it would come over on your fingers. I don't want to do that. I still want to keep this mechanism that it would sort of hold that up, but at the same time I want it to go further back. So I have an idea what I'm going to do with this, and that is, do you see this little pin here? There's a wee pin that goes through there, and I'm thinking if I take that pin there out, right, and bored a new hole down low there and on the other side, it would allow that to go back a bit further. So let's do that. So I've taken the wee pin and the wee washer out. If I put that up, I drill that there. Yeah, if I drill that down there, down about there, perfect. Okay, so let's try that and see what we've got. See if that works. Right, before I put the wee clip on, before I put the wee split pin and all on, let's see if it closes down. Oh no. Aye. Doesn't close right down, simply because that slot there would need to be elongated. Okay, so I'm going to have to modify it in a couple of other places as well. I've taken the spring out, but I'm going to have to modify. I'm going to have to make that slot longer. I'm going to have to make that spring a bit shorter, and I'm going to have to move this here back, and I'm going to have to cut this here off to do that. Yeah, I'll have to move that back to about there, and I'm going to have to then cut this here off, because whenever that there comes down, that part of it there wants to hit there. So this is a wee bit more involved than I first thought, but we'll get there. All right, so there it is. You can see that it opens almost to 90 degrees, well, near enough 90 degrees. It closes right down perfectly. I cut a wee bit off that there, those two wee wings there, those, and I cut, what is that, about 20 millimeters off the spring, and I came up here what, about 15 to 20 millimeters or so, and it's worked perfectly. These two wee edges, I'll give them a wee spray with my red paint if I can find it. Here it is, and just to take the sort of fill in them, you know, where I had just cut it off there, and that's it. So I'm glad I've done that. That's a definitely a worthwhile modification there. All right. All right, so that's that all done that, and I just dried it off there with the heat gun. Aye, that paint match there wasn't too bad. Matter of fact, it's well, it's actually pretty good. Okay, so fourth modification. Right, just before I connect this here mechanism back together again, and I can fold the lid down. Like I was saying there in the previous video, I'm going to be using like a kerosene and mineral spirit solvent in there. So to prevent, well, not prevent, but to try and reduce the smell, the fumes coming from it when the lid's closed, I have this, which is like you know, one of these draft excluders that you buy out of B&Q or Home Base or Home Depot or anything like that, you know, any place like that. You know, you can separate it into two halves, and I'm going to stick it the whole way around here, and then that'll create a you know, a good seal whenever that's closed over. Okay, so we'll start in the middle here, and I'll just work my way right round, just following that line. Okay, so that should be perfect now. See that? That just creates a lovely seal there. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The washer. And that. Okay. Right, next modification. Okay, so for the fifth modification I want to do is, because you'll be cleaning some things in this here that might be metal, or they might have metal chippings or filings or whatever it is on them, although most of the motorcycle parts would be aluminium, but you know, there would be some metal parts. I want to put, and you know what I mean, and your solvent will have all of this debris that's contained within it, and it'll eventually go to the bottom. I you know, as a sediment,
I want to put on here a strong magnet. You know, like the way you would have a magnet sump plug in your motorcycle oil pan. These are pretty strong magnets here. Again, I bought these off the internet. Now you can put it on the inside, but I don't really want to put it on the inside because, you know, it's going to it'll, when you're trying to clean it out, it sort of get in the way. So I'm just going to put, well, I've got two, but I think one is plenty. And they're pretty strong magnets, like, you know. So I think if I just put that magnet there, I mean, I could put the two there, but no. There you go.